Hey guys, so sorry about the lighting, and at at this time of recording, it is uh, December 29th? December 29th. So that's how it is right now. So I believe I finished packing, and I'm in the process of like exercising a set like every like 10 minutes until I get picked up. But yeah. uh I spent the last 20 minutes doing a podcast episode where nothing was recorded because my phone, this was, so because of how I'm connected to my Bluetooth and this at the same time, the phone does not understand I'm trying to record a video. So it assumed that this was another audio piece. And so that's dumb. And I can't, so it looks like I can't use my AirPods when I'm using this thing. So, duck. I'm very upset. But I'm hoping that these eye patches that are from my Christmas uh, gifts help me out. And yeah, my 30th birthday a couple days ago was very fun. Um, and I'm hoping to express that in this whole thing. It's so forked. Uh, I had such good bits to talk about. Let me just talk about how dumb I am. I'm so dumb that I didn't really double check if the system would work. So I spent a good 20 minutes of ranting X, Y, and Z to these ABC questions, and the blank space gave me a lot to think about. But also, I screwed up to where I wanted to say things, and you guys heard none of that for 20 minutes. So I have to do this over again. So, hello everybody. My name's Tyler, and welcome to the podcast, where the points don't matter, and I spent 20 minutes recording a non-audible podcast for you. So we'll do this again, and we're reading questions again from the blank space, because I have some time before I leave to talk to you about how things are, what's going on, and so forth. So, when you're watching this, it'll be 2023. Happy New Year's. Hopefully this holiday season was good to you, as it was to me in a way or the other. So, yeah, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, and just kind of go from there. So, the first question that I had was, what's the best gift I have ever given myself? And I said, and it's funny to where like the idea is like you shuffle the cards and you answer it based on your current mindset. And I just had my birthday, so these questions were kind of fun to like see one after the other. So I regret that you won't see like the reaction as I hope you should have. But hey, what can you do? And ignore the mess. It's been a very fun month. But yeah, it really does depend, because as I'm turning 30, it's not so materialistic anymore, because I'm very happy that I got some socks and a new bath towel for my mom. And I have a bag has Versace's on it. It's very fun to like, oh, okay, so I guess I have this fancy things. Hey, yo. But also my mom. I'll talk about my mom in a little bit. But if I look back at like 6 years ago, the best gift I had to myself was a PlayStation 4, because at the time I was cusping into like looking for things to entertain myself, and I've been looking at that PlayStation 4 for a long time during college, and for a long time, and when I had adult money, I was able to like buy it with my credit card and then pay it off within the next like couple weeks, like you should. So I was very happy for that. That was an accomplishment to where that was the first console I bought for myself. So that's very great. Come now, I'm in a situation to where I really would like just time and patience. The chance to really just have a proper conversation and to share time and to give someone time and patience. I could have in a lot of ways. And in nowadays, it's very fun to have time and patience shared with someone with Korean barbecue. Just last month, I had a dinner with coworkers, and there's a lot of time that's required and patience needed to cook some meat and then share that meat you've cooked to other people to express love. And as a Southeast Asian, it's important to know that if we ask you, oftentimes the ajumas would ask you, or my aunties and uncles, or guyas and ates, they would ask you, are you hungry? Whenever you enter their home, or whenever we enter a place to eat. That's the question. So we express love by asking, are you hungry? Because we want you taken care of. And so to be able to give the time and patience to the staff that I was able to go have dinner with and like just share this moment of just like soju and cooked meats, variety of meats. It was very fun just to like enjoy that space. So I'm very happy that I had time and patience equally given to me, because case in point, we had to split the bill. I said, take my card, we'll take care of it later. And without prompting anyone to do so, my friend Dean was able to just like, hey, here you go. This is split for everybody. And like, thank you so much for doing this little bit. Like it is a minuscule thing to do to help somebody else figuring out the split amongst other people. Thank you so much. Like, I'm very thankful that was the thing I didn't have to do, because like as a working person, you're so used to doing things by yourself. If you don't get it done, if someone doesn't offer it, then you're just left to like, okay, do I wait for you to like prompt it, or do I do it myself? I loved that Dean took initiative and just helped out, like, here, Tyler, here's the splits. Oh my God, thank you so much. The time and patience, as a gift is so good. Like, I got socks. That's very fun. I got socks from Joanna. I have really fancy socks. I'm not going to use it yet, but I have fancy socks. And it was so soft. So good. So get socks for your 30-year-olds, because they're going to enjoy it. Because I remember when I was like growing up, my mom would always give clothes, because that's kind of like a common thing. If you don't have the money for technology at the time, because people were super excited for the Super NES. We had a Super NES. And when you had the PlayStations and like the Xboxes for that was so expensive. But you know what's cheaper? Clothes. And we want to make sure that you have enough clothes to fit in for the year, right? So, and as technology was getting better for technology, slowly and slowly, it used to be in situations where your parents would go with you to buy your game, and they say, wait until December, because you know that is your birthday gift, because that is one way to help to love you. But no, nowadays, I am so happy with what I've gotten. I have a Project Rock outfit collection from family, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that they got it for me. I also got like Squishmallow. I called him Kerbal. He is a rocket ship. It's a rocket ship plushie. I called him Kerbal for in honor East, because of the Kerbal space program. So hey, Kerbal for the Kerbal space program. I'm so very happy. But yeah, but more than anything else, the time and patience I've received from my household has been very good. Being able to like for anyone to like take a step back and like just give you time to like, hey, process yourself. Let's be patient for a minute. That's great. It's good. That's good. I don't know if I should do a like Christmas haul, because it's fine. These questions are about, I don't vlog as I tried to before. All my vlogs have been just through TikTok shorts or otherwise. So that's been a thing, right? It's been what I've been doing lately. So that's been fun. Which kind of ties into the next question, where describe what you want to enter into your life. Be as detailed as possible. And I just going into the next 10 years, going into the next decade, from my time as a 30-year-old into 40s, for the next 10 years, I just really want when it comes to work, I want more staff members I can rely on, because in the previous recording, well, I previously mentioned in a recording that is not going to be aired because you you won't see it. So what I tried to explain in the last video was that there was a guy named Raymond. The guy Raymond is such a kid. So essentially, I don't know how I went along to the rant, but the TLDR is that when I look at the guy at work, I don't feel like I can trust you when talking to you. Like, I don't hate the guy. I don't hate Raymond. Raymond seems to be fine. I believe Raymond is fine outside of work. I'm sure Raymond has friends, and he's 23. He's young and 23. He's young and 24. And I'm sure that he has his own set of friends that love him for who he is. But when I'm at work, it's tough for me to rely on him. I want more reliable coworkers, because one of the reasons why I'm having such a hard time I'm having a time to just tolerate him instead of trust him, is that I always see him doing things from I always see him on his phone to and from stations, and then when he goes to break, he's on his phone to and from. He's still coming out of the lab with his phone, and like there's a whole entire thing where all the complaints I've had of the guy is essentially something that an uncle, like a parental figure would have. It's kind of like that one dad. It's kind of like that dad that like doesn't want to go around his house and just turn off the lights like a second job, or flush the toilets that aren't flushed. I don't want that job. And when I look at Raymond, I don't want to question what he's on the phone doing, because when he's on the phone, he is hunched over, looking down, in a defensive position to hide and keep to himself what he's on the phone for, and or otherwise. And there's been times before where I'm in the same break room as him, and he does not understand the concept of Bluetooth headphones, or just headphones in general, because for a long time he was on like Skype calls and we're playing videos, and he does not understand the concept of like put in like headphones on to not disturb other people. When you're in a break room, you don't unless it's welcomed, you don't play loud audio, and he was not understanding that, and he still doesn't understand that half the time. He would have to. It came to a point where he had to escape to a different part of the hospital just to like be on break, because at least he's self-aware about doing that, but he doesn't want the effort to put on a headphone. It is cheap to get a headphone. Shoot, I can buy you a $30 headphone. That's very cheap. You can even get like auxiliary cord or whatever and just listen through that. Don't be an idiot. It's essentially the concept of like me in high school, if I was in high school when I was 18, it's essentially comparable to that of an 18-year-old looking across the gym and asking, why is that kid there? Because that kid looks like they're in middle school, because the age gap is large. He is 24, 23. I'm 30 now. I'm practically the age of maybe one of his uncles or maybe one of his older cousins, and he does not have the self-awareness to care who listens to him on his video calls or on his YouTube. Turn that shit off or get headphones, because that's not comfortable. And I'm trying to wrap my head around why Raymond is such a child. It feels like a child, because because what I need are reliable coworkers to make work, I want to leave work less stressed, so that I can be less stressed to my family and to my friends. But I have an attachment to work where I want to be proud of it. And I'm not proud of working with him because I can't trust him, because it's just like, it's one of those things where he's coming back from break. I'm getting on my break. And I almost crash into him because he's coming around the corner. And you know how you're kind of like supposed to walk on sidewalks or cross the street or do things in public where, or like, you're not distracted. When you go from A to B in public, you're supposed to be undistracted so you don't get hit by a car, or when the light says don't walk, you don't walk. Or if someone does a thing, you have the self-awareness to look around you, but instead you're on your phone. And when he is coming around the corner, we almost crash each other because I'm not on my phone, because I want to get on my phone once I'm sat down. Now that I'm done traveling, I'm ready to go. But he is on his phone from the time I never see him off his phone, like how you never see a kid off of sugar, you know? So I don't know, where essentially when I almost hit him, he stops in place, makes a sound, and stays like looking down at his phone, not being self-aware. Because if he was self-aware, he would like come around the corner and do something about it instead of like waiting for it to happen to him. He was waiting for me to walk around him, not him finding his own directions. Like, there's an obstacle, walk around it. Or the interaction, just like, he showed the signs of an extreme introvert, but at the same time, like, it's not that he's an introvert, it's just like he's such a dumb kid. And Raymond exudes dumb kid energy. And you'd imagine as an adult, you'd be self-aware that, like, don't be on your phone until you're even taught to not be on your phone while you're walking. Otherwise, you're distracted. And so, that's the situation I deal with at work. And no. And I wish that I had more people to trust, because, like I think I mentioned about the Korean barbecue, right? I already said it in a different video, but I want to be able to trust my coworkers, because if I ask you for help, or if I talk to you, or ask your opinion, I trust that I am trusting you. I'm trusting you with my time to not waste my patience when I'm talking to you. Because there's a point where right now I'm just tolerating him. And I don't want to just tolerate people. I want to trust people at work. And you're not helping. So please, Raymond, be someone that I can trust. And what will be the strategy behind it? I don't know. Because that's the third question of like this episode. Where what will be the strategy? Approach it. The strategic approach. And that's just, honestly, giving them the same time and patience I wish they could give me, even if I don't receive it. I can't expect them to give me time and patience. I just have to give time and patience as I would have liked to receive it. That's how it's supposed to go. I don't agree with it, but that's my strategic approach on how to get more co-workers to trust. And or it's in the same approach of like when I bought my I said it already before, but I probably can listen now with less rantiness. For Christmas, I got my mom a thing from Bath and Body Works, because I know that she works in cosmetology and she sells at Macy's perfumes and or skincare. I don't know if she swipes the demo items only, but sample items, but sure. And so I thought to get her something that was thoughtful. I was thinking of her, so I got this. So I go to Christmas, I give it to her, and she says, "Take it back. I don't want it." That is where I felt like my heart was being stomped on, And this is a person that has hurt me before, but I am taking the time and patience to just love on her anyways, because I can't change what she did back then. I can change how I act right now. So she tells me, take it back. I don't want it. Don't waste your money. But when we don't live with each other, we spend money anyways to either go see each other, or we spend money to have food with each other. So I had to tell her, yo, if you don't like it, that's fine. I cannot take it back, but if you want to get rid of it and you want to give it to somebody else, sure, fine. You know that song Last Christmas by Wham, where I gave you my heart, but you threw it away? Yeah, she threw it away. She threw away my heart. But I to save me from tears, I've already given stuff to someone special. But I am gonna attack that wall anyways because she's my mom. I hope that at some point she becomes more self-aware, because sure, that's what it is. And yeah, next year, if she doesn't like it, she can still suck it and give it to somebody else if she wants to. That's not my responsibility to takes backseas. Like, I did my duty to love my mom as I could, but if she rejects me, that's fine. That's on her for not accepting it. So I don't know where that gift's going to be, or I don't know if I'll see that next year on the table in the dining room still, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I've gone on for quite a long enough, and I'm sorry that I wasn't smart about this, because this has less energy than my initial recording. I'm very sorry. But yeah, happy holidays, happy New Year's, and I will see you when the new year comes around. By the time you see this video, I've already made short videos, TikToks, YouTube shorts about my vacation that I'll be going. So stay tuned for next time when we're live on streaming. I try to stream as much as I can, so we'll see what happens, okay? In the meantime, thank you for watching. My name's Tyler, and as always, my name's Tyler. I'm your friend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.